Welcome everyone, Hannibal is at the games once again, and we're playing Total War Rome 2. This is going to be a great battle over here. It's going to be a great defense. Imagine this as a battle between one side we got Rome, who's defending, and one ally, that's Suebi. Unlike the ally, I mean barbarians I get, but we can choose them to be as an allied tribe against all the enemies of Rome, the mighty Macedon, Kush, and Carthage. So this battle is gonna have all the enemies of the Rome fighting Rome, and Rome has one ally to help them. That is Averni. Sorry, my bad. Suebi. So let's go. Let's check this battle and let me fast forward some things. It's fine. We can start the battle now. You can see here Rome's on the defense. We got bend but don't break strategy. We've left all these places open. Got legionaries, old reliable legionaries, Sosai, Hastari. They're pretty good. Club levy. I'm playing Suebi, so yeah, you can see the yellow lining on my banner. That's Suebi I'm playing. You got club levy, the OG club levy. Look at them. No armor, no defense, no care in the world. That's the spirit. Here Macedonian artillery has already started firing. Look at them. A wave of thorax swordsmen everywhere. Thorax swordsmen. We got Kush. Kush has some Kushite pikes. They're gonna be nasty. They have Shotel warriors. So Kush is the anti-Roman faction because they got the Shotel warriors have the weapon of choice, that is the Shotel, which is excellent for breaking any kind of. You can see those curved blades. Let me see if I can show you right now. See the curved blades? They're excellent at breaking armor, which is why Kush is a mighty faction, and the only faction that can not just go toe to toe with Rome but can actually defeat the Rome. Otherwise, normally to defeat Rome you need to be a very experienced player. Kush is the only faction that even let's say a noob can take on Rome and take them out. Aside from that, Macedon is also a mighty faction and they can go toe to toe against Rome. And here we have Carthage, which can also go toe to toe with Rome, as we've seen in real life history as well. And my channel's name is Hannibal at the Games, so you know Hannibal was once at the gates of Rome. We got mercenaries, lots of mercenaries from Carthage. That's a mercenary empire. Libyan infantry, really solid. Can go toe to toe against the legionaries. Definitely slightly better, I would say. You can see them? They're under fire. This is my artillery play right here. I see that angle and I'm just blasting them with explosive artillery. I mean, I won't get a lot of kills, but it does make him change his strategy and stuff. Oh, see that? That's a juicy hit. That's a juicy hit right there. You see? So most of them got up. That's a juicy hit regardless. It makes him change his strategy. It makes him do micro a lot. See, 10 kills, not a lot of kills, but then you see that? He would have placed all his troops on this entire wall, but now I've made him clump up. Like, you know, he's got to be on his toes. Any gap, I will exploit. That's something nice, right? This battle is not long. It's a short one. I'm just continuously firing. 13 kills, again, not a lot. 14 kills. See, any gap, even a tiny gap I see, I'm gonna fire at them. Look at that. Another one. See, they get up. I do understand that they get up very easily. That's not a concern, but the fact that they have to do so much, they have to concentrate so much, and that leaves this arrow tower to do a lot of killings. So yeah, that's something. Over here we see I had some cavalry trying to scout, but then we saw the noble cavalry had tried to attack him, then found out the hard way that they've got an infantry support. Whenever you're playing against anybody in this map, always remember the attackers will have somebody hidden over here. So you need to scout early and check it on, otherwise might be an issue. So my cavalry right now is too light. Look at this, light melee cav. They are no match for the noble cavalry of Carthage. It's a very heavy shock cavalry. Even the noble riders are heavy, I understand, but with infantry support, yeah, it's going to be very tough. My noble riders are going to get into dust. Absolutely going to get into dust. So I'm retreating all my noble riders, and here are the Carthaginian general chasing them. I hope I can lure him a bit over here so that my arrow tower starts shooting at him. That's fine, even if he doesn't take the bait. At least I'll be able to save my soldiers. He doesn't take the bait. He stops right here on the tracks. The moment arrow towers start shooting him, he stops right there. I mean, he's winded as well. See? Does not take the bait. One unit of archers hidden over here. We're gonna go back over here and we wait for the real fight to start, which it is starting right now. As you see, Kush has started with the fight. Kushite soldiers are entering the settlement. The arrow towers blasting them left and right. See, they got another Shotel warriors, which is why Suebi is the perfect one to fight Shotel warriors. They got nice, excellent actually armor piercing capabilities, but look at these guys. Club levy, no armor, no care in the world. True spirit. I don't know what happened over there. They were supposed to shoot them. Okay, Shotel warriors in charging. That's something good. Club levy was supposed to shoot at them. But thankfully the Roman principes are shooting. I mean, club levy, I'm using you for your javelin capabilities, if nothing else. Come on, you shouldn't be shooting at them. The battles have started. The Romans are shooting at them. I don't know why he's waiting so long. Shotel warriors can easily make quick work of these Romans, but they let them shoot. And here we have the first battle lines forming. Look at those curved blades. Look at them curvy blades. Oof. Strong, capable warriors on both sides. The might of Rome against the ferocity of Kushites. The European giants against African giants. Club levy holds on. 7 kills, not much, but with the arrow tower support, which is doing most of our bidding, they're gonna be racking up lots of kills. Club levy, all they have to do is just hold on, and that's gonna be enough. Over here you can see the battle going on pretty nicely. We have Praetorian Guard over here shooting their pila. You see, Principes are losing because they're not that great of a unit, and frankly, Shotel warriors are elite. The only ones elite than Shotel warriors are armored Shotel warriors. So Club Levy actually holds on and goes to another target. That's great. That's great. Over here, Macedon has entered the chat room. Look at the swarm of thorax swordsmen. The only thing they want is Roman blood. You can see the building, the arrow tower collapsing right here. They're after blood. They're not here to leave a single crumb. A swarm of men. Look over here. These Sosai Hastari stand absolutely no chance. Absolutely no chance. Legionaries, they might stand a chance, but not for long. Thankfully, they're gonna get support from another unit of Sosai Hastari. Macedon has been a little quiet over here. He's broken this. Oh, he's got a great angle at these Roman. Oh, he's gonna be shooting at them. Oh, sorry, Carthage, not Macedon. Carthage. Carthage got a great angle. He's gonna be shooting at these guys. Starting bow. Guys, I think you need to shoot. Oh, you're gonna charge. They're gonna charge instead. Oh, that's a great hit from the artillery. The Macedonian artillery is killing it in quite literal terms. Over here, we got a great fight. When Club Levy were defeated, we sent in round shield swordsmen. Another unit of round shield swordsmen to fight against Shotel warriors. Again, Shotel warriors have excellent armor piercing qualities, but no armor, no care in the world, pure spirit. That's what Suebi is. Pure spirit. And the best part about Suebi? The hex bearers. Where are they? Right here. One unit over here. The other unit will be coming around pretty soon. Hex bearers right here. These are absolutely essential if you're playing Suebi. Hex bearers and berserkers. What they do is they lower the morale of all the units, of all the enemy units nearby. So if a well-placed hex bearer over here can lower the morale of entire chunk of Kushite army, which is what I did essentially. I was being very strategic with my hex bearers. Another piece of artillery. I did not see where it landed, but it's fine. Round shield swordsmen are losing, but we still have the arrow tower and another unit of round shield swordsmen. So these Kushites won't be able to do much damage over here. The battle lines, for now at least, are secured. Over here we got another unit of round shield swordsmen fighting the Kushites with arrow tower support, and hex bearers doing multiple charges at them. It's down to 63 warriors. Over here I use some general capabilities. I also like using my general capabilities from time to time early on in the game, so you get your general close by, use the abilities and retreat your general. That's something which is very helpful. And you can see the good charge from the hex bearers. The shield maidens of ancient Suebi. Shield maidens of antiquity. They're racking up kills. Look at these women and men dominated fields. Finally we've defeated the Shotel warriors over here. Over here Rome's gonna have a tough time breaking these Shotel warriors. That's a big swarm. Praetorian Guard itself will find a tough time against Shotel warriors. Look at them, the unit is winning against Praetorian Guard. If there was any other unit aside from Kushite, they would be losing against the Praetorian Guard. Oh, plus the archer support. That's gonna be tough. That's just gonna be tough, man. Over here, in the meanwhile, Carthage has finally sent in the Libyan infantry against veteran legionaries of Rome, and they're gonna be duking it out. You know what is Carthage trying to do? He's trying to exploit the space. Oh, look at the archer support. Oh, that was a great charge. That was a great charge. You know, the kind of charge where you run ahead at your enemy, throw your javelin, kill a bunch of them, and then straight up ram your shields inside them. Yeah, these Praetorian guards are gonna lose. They're pretty tired against fresh Libyan infantry who just rammed them. And now they're gonna do the same thing. Look at that. They're throwing their javelins at the rear of the Romans. It's a great gameplay. Here are the round shield swordsmen, the victorious round shield swordsmen. What I did was use these round shields, try to clean up these Shotel warriors, help Rome clean them up, and then bring them here for this fight. Here we have Carthage and Macedon fighting like absolute mad lads against the mighty Rome. It's a bit laggy, but that's about to happen. There's so many units fighting. Look at this swarm of men. Nothing like a fresh battle on a casual Sunday morning, eh? The smell of fresh blood, steel glistening in the sun, the war cries and the cries of the dead, the wounded, not the dead. The dead can't cry. If the dead start crying, it's time to run away. That's some great gameplay by Carthaginian archers, and they're gonna take down these legionaries pretty easily. So yeah, this flank's open. Thankfully we have Romans there to plug in the gap. Thracian help us. Okay, the Thracian warriors are another asset that Macedon has. So what they do, they also have the Phalxis, which is very good in piercing armor. So if you're fighting Rome, you need them, and they will do a quick job. Okay, they are starting to pour through over here. Rome trying to plug in the gaps. We got round shield swordsmen fighting against thorax swordsmen. These battles everywhere. We have a unit of another round shield swordsman trying to clear up these Shotel warriors so that this unit is free. We got hex bearers moving in close. See, you see this? This is what hex bearers do best. This is what they do best. Morale down for 4 units. They get shaken very easily. So keep using your hex bearers precisely, because they can lower the morale of enemy soldiers. Look at that. That is a great use of hex bearers. Actually, that was flaming arrows, my bad. I did use the hex bearers, see? From time to time I brought them here, used the abilities, retreated them back. But flaming arrows can do the deal, but flaming arrows can hurt your team as well as the opponent team. So that's something you gotta be careful about. Look at this. Nothing fuels your sword faster than enemy blood. I don't know what I'm saying, just trying to fill in the gaps. Just like the Roman soldiers are here trying to filling in the gaps. Okay, finally we have Romans gaining small minor victories. But this horde is too big to contain. We do have the hex bearers. Use your ability, and you see that instant morale loss for so many enemy units. They're starting to waver left and right. See? Hex bearers, instant morale loss. That's crazy, right? That's insane. What's happening somewhere else? Oh no, nothing happening. There's lots and lots of Suebi troops in the reserve. So what we thought here was, after the initial defense, when they'll come here, we'll use multi-layered defense. But so far we've been able to hold them off right at the initial defense itself. Look at these battle lines. So far we've been able to hold them off pretty nicely. And they've brought in pikes. The Kushite pikes are here. Rome needs to pay attention, because these pikes are going to kill them pretty efficiently. The only way to beat pikes is either you flank them or you use your missile troops, your archers, your peltas, your slingers. Head on, nobody can take on pikes. Not even elephants, not even chariots, no cab, no camels. Nothing can take on pikes head on, so you always need to be cheeky while beating them. It's a bit laggy, I'm so sorry for that, but that's Rome 2 for y'all. Look over here, we're fighting the Praetorian Guard. Let's try and see how this battle is going on. Very nice, eh? There's another battle over here. Libyan infantry, but they've been surrounded and flanked by Romans. But now the Romans are going to get flanked by mercenary Samnite warriors who have 2 chevrons already on them. Samnite warriors are pretty good. Do you see the amount of missiles that are flowing left and right? The Germanic slingers focusing on the Kushite pikes. See, that's what you gotta do. You gotta be cheeky while beating pikes. You cannot deal them head on. Absolutely, simply cannot. Over here we got sword masters finally against armored Shotel warriors. Now, only thing better and deadlier than Shotel warriors are the armored Shotel warriors. And unfortunately, sword masters do have some sort of armor to them, so this fight is going to be tough already. And we have archer support raining down from above, so this is going to be really tough. Come on, boys. Oh, it's a beautiful view right here. Seems like a small pocket of fighting, eh? Some gang wars left and right. Yeah. Sword masters are not nearly enough in numbers to beat these armored Shotel warriors. That's fine. We do have lots of reserves, so that's not going to be a problem. We have such a big fight over here. Look at this. You're fighting, trying to take on a settlement. You see arrows flying. Oh, you see artillery flying, arrows flying. You see a swarm of red shields. Waves and waves of Romans. Look at that. Missiles coming through. Swarm of red shields. Look at this. And you still feel like going on and fighting ahead. How do you do that? Unfortunately, sword masters break. No worries, we do have some reserves. Kushite pikes once again into action. They're killing Romans pretty quickly. Romans have absolutely no answer for them. They need to use these archers to fight the pikes. But okay, now we can see the infantry faltering for the Romans. The infantry is faltering, they're falling short. Battle lines. Just wonderful, doesn't it? Beautiful. Missiles flying around everywhere, you can see, everywhere. And now we have the berserkers entering the chat. Look at them. Mighty berserkers. No armor, just bare skin, bare pelts. They love making a mess. We got berserkers over here. They're gonna help out quite a lot. Let's check. Berserkers are clearing them out pretty quickly. We also have missile support. This is one laggy battle. We got slingers doing their jobs, slinging against armored Shotel warriors while they're fighting against the Praetorian Guard. You can see the only time Praetorian Guard losing a battle is when they're fighting armored Shotel warriors. Otherwise, in Rome 2, there's no unit that even comes close in the stats that the Praetorian Guard have. Look at this. We got Cav in the mix, companion cavalry from Macedon. We got smaller fighting here, less laggy, which is why I'm showing you this. A very small group. This seems like a kids section of fighting compared to the main one, right? Like kids section of fighting. Oh, we got some friendly fire over here from Swordmasters, but that's fine. Lesser Romans are not a problem, eh? I mean, if you're a Germanic warrior over here, a noble fighter, even if you're allied to Rome, I mean, you don't like them, you're not buddies. And if you find an opportunity where you can kill a bunch of Romans and nobody's gonna know about it, I mean, you're gonna take them. You're gonna absolutely take them. We've still got the berserkers killing here. We got... Okay, finally, no lag. Shotel warriors, armored Shotel warriors, and mercenary noble fighters against Praetorian Guard. There's only 6 minutes left in the battle replay. So whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen on these walls, nowhere else. Now we do have noble cavalry trying to make their run at the Swordmasters, but that's a bad idea. Noble cavalry should not be anywhere near the Swordmasters. They're gonna kill them pretty quickly. How many troops did they lose? Yeah, they lost quite a number of people, and now Swordmasters are relentless. They're not letting them leave. I'm gonna chase them down and hunt them. We got Germanic slingers still slinging. On this front, we have seen Finally, Rome has cleared them up. We have another unit of berserkers running amok. So we've got 2 units of berserkers, one over here and the other one which was fighting for the longer time, entering this flank of troops. The enemies do not have a lot of troops remaining. Us, on the other hand, have swordmasters unused, wooden spears unused, longbow hunters very lightly used, and a unit of hex bearers who are just so good at their work. Another unit of swordmasters, another unit of hex bearers. We still have 2 hex bearers, 2 berserkers, so they are doing their job pretty nicely. See over here, the hex bearers are ready for their fresh new hex bearing, or the black magic that they do, Suebian black magic. See, the battle lines are changing. Rome has taken ground. Initially the fighting was over here, which now finally shifted to here. If you see, Rome does not have a lot of infantry remaining, a lot of Syrian auxiliary archers fighting over here. But they do have berserkers here, see, and they're gonna go berserk once again. 2 units of berserkers are already in this fight. And we do have archer support as well. Missile support that's killing these people over here. They're starting to lose ground. Over here, the bunch of archers, and they're going to be no match for the mighty swordmasters. These archers cannot do anything. See, we still have, and see the hex bearers bearing their hexes. Instant morale break. Instant morale break. If you're playing Suebi, Suebi is a support faction. Ooh, that's a great shooting. Oh, that's me. Hey, that's me. That's my longbow hunters. I'm doing a great job. So if you're playing Suebi, Suebi is a support faction. What you need to do essentially is that you need to just use all your tips and tricks. Your berserkers, your hex bearers, everyone. That is going to be something really insane. You're going to support your army like nothing else. Okay, so I'm just going to fast forward this fight because we've mostly defeated the enemy and there's nothing left over here. I think there's just somebody remaining somewhere. I don't know. I think the general, the opposite, the Kushite general, actually I think we killed the Kushite general. I don't know who's remaining, which is why this fight is still remaining, but only 14 seconds left, so... Oh, see, right there, Kushite general. Right there. This dude. Thankfully he does end the battle. So now we can see the stats. Look at these, Hannibal. My general did not see action. My cavalry was pretty much decimated right at the beginning of the battle because there were lots of hidden units. I expected 1 or 2 hidden units, but heavy noble cavalry with 2 Libyan infantry support. I mean, light riders of the hunt are not going to stand a chance. Noble riders would have, but with infantry support, no. 96 kills for Germanic slingers, that's pretty nice. My archers did pretty well. I mean, they still have a lot of ammo by the end of the battle, but yeah. The berserkers, they were pretty late in the game. Yeah, I know. I'd kept them as a Hail Mary kind of situation. but there was no Hail Mary needed, so end of the battle I just sent them in, get some kills. Didn't get a lot of them, but they did not lose a lot of men, so they had pretty fresh, pretty much into the fight. Club Levy did not expect Hex Bearers, absolute chads. They did not need to get kills. If you're getting Hex Bearers, do not count their worth, and kills count their worth in the sheer amount of morale break you do to your enemies. Round Shield Swordsmen, pretty tough, pretty nice. Sword Masters, insane work. I'm pretty happy. You see these Kushites, 242 kills. Armored Shuttle Warriors, 265 kills. Look at them go. That's what I'm talking about. 197, 116, 161. See, Shuttle Warriors, Armored Shuttle Warriors, that is the amount of kills they can rack up. That's something pretty insane that they do. Rome over here, Legionaries getting insane kills. Rome being Rome, getting lots of kills. Oh, Praetorian Guard 293 kills. Okay, in terms of Praetorian Guard, 103, 125 they do not match up. I mean, that's disappointing numbers for Praetorian Guard. 293 on the other hand is exactly what Praetorians are supposed to do. And we have the other Rome. Principes getting these amount of kills, that's insane. That's actually insane. Principes are not that great, but still that's crazy. I like it. Praetorian got 275 and still had men fighting on. That's something nice. The Italian swordsmen did not. Sosai Hastadi, I mean, they bore the brunt of the front lines, the first defense against enemies. So yeah, I expected them to not get that many kills. Again, it's fine. We got Carthage with Libyans getting decent and good amount of kills. The mercenary noble fighters were pretty great. The Samnites disappointed a bit, but I think by the time Samnites entered the fray, missiles were already racking up the kills, and they were killing a lot of Samnites. The friendly archers, the Roman archers and my hunters were killing lots of Samnites. The mercenary Scutari were pretty insane though. And finally we have Macedon, Thorax Swordsmen, disappointing numbers, absolutely disappointing numbers. Do not expect these numbers from Thorax Swordsmen. 104 is respectable, 117 is nice, 158 is great, and 204 is just crazy. But aside from these 4 units, everybody else has disappointed. So yeah, I think Macedon could have brought some other diverse units. He could have brought in some Terror Spears, he could have got any other kind of unit, but yeah. And he could have got better archers. He did not use his archers properly. He got 1 Thracian Peltas getting insane amount of kills. 94 is decent, is respectable, but this Pelta and this archer, he did not utilize his units to their full efficiency, which is what I think costed them the game. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.